Sharon here. How'd you like my thumbnail? It's that Atlanta skipping the flipper stuff. It's dabbing, okay, baby? Whatever that means. Tosh made me do it. Okay, I want to welcome all of you this week to Q&A. We have some most unusual questions, but I thought we'd just chat a little bit first. As you guys have noticed, and thanks to all of you, I have hit over 4,000 now. So you know what that means. Giveaway time. I'm going to be thinking about what it is that I want to give away. This is a hard decision as it keeps getting more and more. I'm going, So I'm deciding what I'm trying to do, and I will let you guys know on that, but we will be having a giveaway shortly. I do want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. And I thank you so very much. I love each and every one of you. And I swear every day that goes by and I have a new subscriber, they get more and more interesting. All of you are so fun and so different. We're really becoming a really tight community here. So I want to thank you very much for that. Okay, ladies, moving right along. Oh, I got to tell you, guess what I did last night? You know, this is my birthday month, right? Because, you know, I do it all month. But I told you my granddaughter, Tashana, was taking me to the theater to see the 20th anniversary New York production of Rent. So they were all down here. We had the most fabulous seats ever, arrived last night. It was the most fantastic production of Rent that I had ever seen. I absolutely loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Could not get enough of it. It was fantastic. And it was so cute when we had the intermission. We took a break. My granddaughter said, Mimi, did you see all these good-looking middle-aged men in here? And I said, I've seen a couple. She says, well, right across the aisle is a hottie, honey, and he's checking you out like crazy. Well, then I started checking him out, and he'd look over and look at me, and I'd look back at him. This kind of went on all night long. He was so hot, and he was dressed to the hilt. Honey, believe me, I started to grab her and growl on that one. Oh, you know, we didn't get close enough to exchange business cards. Oh, Pshaw. But he was a hunk. Salt and pepper gray. Broad shoulders. Beautiful suit. Absolutely gorgeous suit. Love the shoes. Love the crystal baby blue eyes. Nothing better than a good-looking man, ladies, right? Oh well, could have been my sugar booger. I'll never know. All right. This is going to be a Q&A day, and I've got some really unusual, not unusual, just kind of different questions than usual. So here we go. I thought I'd start out and see what you think. Dear Sharon, this sounds like a strange question, but what do you think about the reality shows like Naked and Afraid and Dating Naked? You know, when I got this question, I had to go on and check out what you were talking about. I don't watch that much television as far as that kind of stuff. I'm a real movie freak, I can tell you that. But I was shocked. I did see it, and I'm going to be really honest with you. We are in a piss-poor generation right now. I'm just going to tell you like it is. Who in the world would ever think of doing a reality show in the buff, getting to know someone? You're putting out the wrong signals right off the bat. Nothing to the imagination. I'm totally against it. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. I mean, it seems like everyone's trying to make money off of being naked all the time, or sex, or porn, or something. That's all we ever hear anymore. And personally, I'm sick of it. I mean, if you don't have any more imagination with that, you know, and as far as this Naked and Afraid, oh my gosh, I would never go out in the woods or anywhere naked, much less not have some sort of pants on or a jacket or be covered up, because you don't know what's going to come up and bite you. And I saw this one series where this chick was climbing over pieces of timber and limbs off trees and all this. You would, you know, kind of rubber scratch your coochie. You know what I'm saying, girlfriend? I thought the whole thing was just dumb. I mean, I did. I mean, oh my God. I could not believe it. I mean, but just think about this, dating. You meet a person, you're butt naked. How can you keep your mind from centering on their face or their mind or their psyche? You immediately want to go to their stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? No. Did not think that was cool, and that's what I think about that. I want to say thank you for your question, but I was so shocked when I turned it on. I sort of thought, who did this? You know, this is crap. But thank you, darling. Appreciate it. And number 2, do you have any advice regarding rose? Why can I talk today? Rose? You know what I'm talking about. I keep thinking about naked and I can't concentrate. Okay. Rosé. Y'all gotta wait a minute. I gotta gain my composure. Not only is my granddaughter standing over here, she's filming this, making faces. Okay.
Rosacea.
Rosacea, okay. All right. Get the mind off the rosy cheeks. All right. Rosacea, yes, I do. And I'm really trying to be serious here. I did some research. I had to go to the derm for this, like I do with all of this serious stuff, because I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not a dermatologist. I'm just a hoot. All right, and they had mentioned a lot of diet change is going to help people with rosacea. The next thing that is going to help is IPL laser. And those are like photofacial type lasers. It says that has worked remarkably on people that have rosacea issues. You have to be really, really careful with certain products because your skin is so sensitive. So they said their number one thing would be the IPL laser. The next thing would be, along with it, is changing your diet up, okay? All right, moving right along. These questions, I don't know. You all like to mess with me, I think is what you guys like to do. This is kind of a pissy one. Dear Sharon, don't you think being a woman of 68 in your age group is not able to keep up with the makeup trends and etc.? You know what? I'd like to meet you in person in a dark alley. Let me tell you what I think here. I'm a grande dame, okay? A lot of us are at my age. Rockstar Mom is one of them. Susie Clancy is another one. I am one. Carol with Carol Show. We are all grande dames right now, and I'm sure there's several others. And no, I think we're teaching you youngsters how to do it right. Let me tell you something. There is not one method that they are doing now that we have not already done in our day. Trust me, there isn't. We knew every kind of eyebrow to do in every shape and had it. We know every color you can put on your hair and how to do it. We know how to rat the hair properly. You kids don't even know how to rat hair like we ratted hair. You rat from the root, not just like this and break off your hair, for instance. We knew all of the right products. We knew all the right nail techniques. Believe it or not, we did. And we did our own. So there isn't a winged eyeliner that you could use that we couldn't have done and did do better. There's not one blush that's out now that we didn't really have back then. And we used mostly drugstore makeup because we didn't, you know, at young have a lot of high-end stuff out at that time or medical grade. Absolutely not. I'm telling you, we boomers are the one that have it going on. So if you really want to learn how to be sassy, classy, and confident, and hot at the same time, you let the grand dames teach you how to run your show. Okay, baby? And get you ready for your dates, because I promise you, honey, we wrote the book on that. Okay, boy, you wait. This person that wrote this, you're gonna get it from my subscribers. I can tell you that. Okay, dear Sharon, I know that you invest a lot of money in give money to different charities. What is your favorite charity of choice? My very favorite charity of choice, and the one that I do so much for, is HIV/AIDS community. I do every life walk. When there's a life walk, I donate a percentage of my income every month to the AIDS Foundation. I am very much on what is going on. I go to the hospitals and visit women that have been infected and talk to them and try to motivate them and get them back up on their feet, know that it's not the end of the world now. The medication that's out there is so superb right now. I mean, there's there's always going to be after effects of the medication. But it is doing such a beautiful job of keeping you alive that I say kudos, okay? Yes, I do a lot of work for that particular charity. And that's the one that I choose. Okay, dear Sharon, how does one actually accessorize properly? I have seen some beauty YouTubers that look like clowns. I personally wear glasses, so what can you suggest in the way of accessorizing if you wear glasses? Okay, that's not really a bad question. And because glasses are an accessory if you wear them all the time. So that means everything else has to be minimalized. For instance, don't put like a scarf or per se a hat on your head with your glasses, then your big earrings, then a statement necklace, then maybe a printed top. That's way over. You will look like a friggin' Jezebel, like you don't know what you're doing. What you want to do when you wear glasses is go by the shape of your face as far as your earrings. If you have a chubby face like mine, try to wear an earring that hangs longer. It'll take away from some of this chubbiness. If you have an oval or narrow face, just try some studs on with your glasses. If you wear a solid color top, I mean, nothing on it, no lattice work, no crisscrosses, nothing. If you're just wearing a scoop neck or a boat neck top, you could wear pierced earrings and a statement necklace. It's not too far out there, and you would be just fine. But you want to be very, very careful when you do wear glasses, because that is going to be your main accessory, and you're going to have to work around that. Too much can be too much. I know that, let's take Iris Apfel, if you will. I'm sure you all are familiar with her. She's one of the advanced women, and she just had a movie put out, a year or so ago on her life and about her. She's the most fantastic woman you'd ever see in your whole life. She's the one with the great big round glasses and just wears jewelry all over the place. Believe it or not, she doesn't look tacky. She's heavily accessorized. But notice in the top part of her face, she won't go completely overboard or with hat or everything unless she mutes down her glasses and some of her other stuff. I think there's a difference in looking chic and classy and just looking like a clown. You're right. I totally agree with you. And I haven't seen any beauty YouTubers. There's one that comes to mind that has a little bit of trouble knowing how to accessorize, but that comes along with practice and looking at magazines. If you ever want to know how to accessorize, grab an InStyle magazine, a Vogue, preferably, or any of those magazines, and you will see how to accessorize properly. It's very simple. Just remember, more is not better. Less is best. I know my mother used to always tell me when I walked out the door, before you exit out the door, remove one of your either rings or bracelets or something, an accessory. Leave one behind, because you never want to be overdressed, if you see what I'm saying. So that's what I would do, girlfriend. It's really tricky with glasses. You're going to have to be pretty careful. And even without the glasses, I say, pick your battles. Do you want a statement necklace or do you want earrings? You see what I mean? And then, of course, if you wear something on your head, a scarf or a hat or something, you're going to have to cut down all the rest. You don't want to overdo, or you will look clownish. Okay. Let's see here. There's a bunch. Dear Sharon, I am having trouble really getting it together in my middle age. I guess I've always had this problem, but I still cannot actually figure out who I am and what I'm all about or what I really like. Maybe you could help me. I've tried to mimic other people. I've tried to dress like other people. I've tried to do everything, and I still can't find myself. Don't be like anyone else. You didn't give me your name. That's okay. Don't be like anyone else. Stop. Stop right where you are. You have to find out who you are. And you better do it quickly, because time's a-ticking, girlfriend, okay? You have to be your own unique self. Excuse me, I'm still going through that stuff. You have to have the courage of your own convictions. You have to be unique. You have to be different. Don't try to dress like your friend or your neighbor or your girlfriend. Don't try to walk like them. Don't try to talk like them. Who cares? Be your own unique person. Because if you don't know who you are, how is anyone else going to know who you are? You have to walk your own walk, okay? To your own beat, so to speak. I have a lot of women, especially middle-aged women, get to that point where they say, I'm not really sure who I am or what I want to be or what I should do from here. You cannot live in someone else's shadow. You just can't. And don't try, because people notice. They will notice that. They will pick up on it. And they'll say, oh, she's trying to be like her, and she's trying to dress like her, and oh, she's trying to talk like her, and she's trying to do this like her. You've got to be your own unique individual. And you know what? I'm guessing you are really unique and special just the way you are. I believe that. But I believe that you don't know it yet. And I think you need to do a little soul searching about what you really, really want and who you really, really are. I bet you're gorgeous. I bet you are so special. I bet you are a blast to be around. I bet you could be one of my best girlfriends. But you have got to figure out who you are and what you want. Walk to your own beat. Be unique. Be who you are. And don't give a damn about anybody else, because I'll bet you're better than everybody else. I know it for a fact. So, you take care of you. If you need any other help, you know how to reach me, right, girlfriend? Okay. All right. One more question. We'll be wrapping this one up. Dear Sharon, when is your medical grade site coming up and your jewelry site? Okay. My medical grade site, I'm really working on that intensely. We're almost done. It's almost ready. Trust me, by the holidays we'll be up and running. And the jewelry site is going very, very well. I am very particular. I've worked with a lot of wholesalers and a lot of big designers, going over stuff that I want to carry on it. So yeah, it'll be out soon. And it's going to be so reasonable, you're not even going to believe it. So I'm very, very excited. We're working high, and believe me, honey, I'm burning the candle at both ends. Trust me, girlfriend, all right? And on top of that, I've got another new radio show I'm working on, and I've got 3 events I've got to do before Thanksgiving, so I'm putting the pedal to the metal. Absolutely. I want to thank you all so much for being with me today. I so appreciate it. I love each and every one of you. I truly do. And I try to get around to all of your comments. I am a little bit behind, so I want you to bear with me, okay? I'm doing pretty good at answering the ones that come on the site, but I have to spread myself out among the others, that I want to respond to, which is everybody. So just hang in there with me, if you will. I want to thank you for joining me this week. I love you, girls. Mwah! All right, I want you to stay sassy, classy, and confident, and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video, and I'll see you next week. Does it make my heart look bad?
No!
Okay, wait, I'm gonna go, 'cause it took you almost 20 minutes to decide that.
Okay, go.
I don't know how to,
You have
Diane.
to start the video now.
Did that look stupid? Sure
No,
did.
we're
You're
still
making a
recording
fool out of
this.
me. That's Atlanta hip hop. What did Skipper the Flipper or some off the wall nonsense? Listen here, I'm too old for that nonsense.